Dear students, in this session we start with a new chapter, that is chapter number 7, alternating current. So in the last session we learnt AC generator. There we proved V generated voltage as Vm sin omega t, or we may write V naught instead of Vm. So here we learn some definitions now and then proceed on to other things. Say this Vm is called as peak value of AC voltage and omega is called as angular frequency. Angular frequency. This V is called as instantaneous voltage. Instantaneous voltage. Instantaneous voltage. So these are the things. With this, we start with the definition of AC and then learn some other definitions. AC is a voltage or current which varies periodically with respect to time. Say if we draw a graph for this voltage, we get a sine curve like this. This is the graph what we get with respect to t if we plot V. Then in this graph, this maximum value is what we call as Vm, and this minimum value is also the peak value, but it is in negative side. That is peak value or maximum value. And also observe here, after this particular thing, everything repeats again like this. Say this is one complete set of variation which repeats again. Therefore, we can say AC as say a voltage or current which varies periodically with respect to time, because observe everything repeats. That's why we say periodically with respect to time. Now, this one complete set of repetition here to here, which repeats again, is what we call as one cycle of AC. One cycle of AC is the complete set of variation, either of current or of voltage. Here we have written voltage. If we change this as current axis, same curve for the current is also possible. So one cycle of AC means the complete set of variations of AC is called a cycle. And time taken for one cycle, this time, what we denote by capital T, is called as period of AC. Say period denoted by capital T is the time taken for one cycle of AC. Then the number of such cycles completed per second or per unit time is what we call as frequency. Frequency, usually denoted by F here. So number of cycles completed per second is frequency. How many cycles? Say in our India, on mains to which we connect the electric gadgets like fridge or your TV or anything, they are supplied with 50 hertz AC. That is 50 cycles are completed per second. And frequency, as you know, is measured with hertz. Symbol is Hz. So these are the basic things. But observe, apart from these things, there's one more important idea. Say if I represent this as time, this here it is one period of time. Here half of the period is over. Here 1/4 of the period is over. Here 3/4 of the period is over. Like that. Here say 5/4 times the period is over. That means at any particular instant we can say the time elapsed from the beginning in terms of fraction of period, that is in terms of period. That quantity, what we call as phase. Phase of AC is fraction of time period that elapsed from the beginning till the point of observation. How much time it has completed, that's what we call as phase, and usually phase is denoted by phi r delta here, just like in wave optics. So once we know the phase, period, frequency, AC and all those things, now we think of average value of AC. Average value of AC, voltage or current. Say AC stands for alternating current, but when we say AC voltage or AC current, it is a symbol of variable voltage or current. That's why we simply use AC for both current and voltage. That's why AC voltage or AC current. It is not alternating current voltage or alternating current. Not like that. It is AC symbol of variation. So AC voltage and AC current we say. Now, average value of AC. Observe, if in an experiment, in one of the experiment, we got the results like this: -1, -2, 0, +2, +1. If we take the average of all these things, we get 0 because -1, -2, +0, +2, +1 divided by 5. This goes there, so amounts to 0. That means where equal positive and negative values are there, their average is always 0. Here also observe, if you take the average of the AC over one full cycle, how much positive part is there? Negative part is also there. Therefore, average value of AC over one cycle, for one full cycle, is 0. So, but if we calculate over the half of the cycle, what we get? We want to learn. Now, we derive expression for average value of AC over half of the cycle. In fact, AC, what we have written is sinusoidal AC. Whenever we rotate a coil in a magnetic field, we always get sinusoidal AC. But apart from this, there are different types of ACs that, in fact, triangular AC or rectangular pulses, they're all there. That we think of later on. But for the time being now, we learn how to arrive at expression for the average value of AC over one half of the cycle. Average value of AC over one half of the cycle. We do that derivation, even though in fact in the textbook it's not directly given, but it is given as an exercise in the main text itself. That's why it may be asked in the examination. So we learn that. Now we want to calculate average value of AC, or we mean, according to definition, so integral of V, say we write theta 0 to pi whole divided by pi, because V theta gives us this sum divided by pi. But what is V? Now we write V naught sin omega t, in fact d theta to be written, d theta we write 0 to pi divided by pi. Observe carefully, V naught sin omega t d theta, but omega t can be taken as theta. From that, we can simply write V naught sin theta d theta integral 0 to pi 1 by pi. 1 by pi, V naught taken out. Integral of sin theta is minus cos theta 0 to pi. So 1 by pi, V naught minus cos pi minus cos 0, which amounts to be 1 by pi. Here 1 minus sign is taken out, to be taken out. Say cos pi. Therefore, V naught cos pi is minus 1 there. Here 1 minus. So 2 V naught by pi. This is the expression for mean value of AC over the half of the cycle. If you take full cycle, then cos 2 pi minus cos 0 becomes 0. So average voltage is 0 over the one full cycle. But observe here, we have taken omega t as theta and we differentiate it because this is the phase factor omega t which varies as pi or pi by 2 like that. Therefore, say this is the expression for mean value of AC voltage. Even if you take the current, that will be the mean value of current, that is 2 I naught by pi. So with these things now, say whenever we apply DC or AC to a resistor, there is a heating effect. Even though average value of the AC is 0 over one full cycle, but it produces the heating effect. So how it is produced? For that we define another quantity called as root mean square value of root mean square value of AC, that is RMS of AC. RMS of AC means either voltage or current we can take. What does it mean? We take an example as we have taken. Say we have got the result in an experiment in the lab, some other experiment, -2, -1, 0, +1, +2, like that. So what do you mean by root mean square value of AC? We learn that now. First, observe root mean square. First take the squares of all these things. -2 square, -1 square, 0 square, +1 square, +2 square, like this. Now, mean of that means you add them, add all of them, divided by 5, and then take the root. This is what we mean by root mean square value of AC. Now, we do the same thing for AC, root mean square value of these values what we obtained in the experiment, in some experiment with this data. But now we do same thing for AC voltage for full cycle, because observe, even though equal positive, equal negative are there, root mean square cannot be 0 because -2 square becomes +4, -1 square becomes +1, like that. Therefore, root mean square value of AC cannot be 0 and it has some value. Now we want to derive expression for root mean square value of AC, and we go for that now. Even though it is not directly written in the text, but it is very much required because it is given as an assignment in the text, say explanation. We start with VRMS. Say VRMS, root mean square value. As we said, we have to square, and then I take d theta once again. Instead of taking time, I take d theta, then we can change it. V square d theta. Say root square is done and average 2 pi over whole scale and root of it. So this one, observe, V square d theta added, that means integrated. We do that. Now let me write it properly once again. V square d theta sum 0 to 2 pi whole divided by the all values over the 2 pi and then root. This is the meaning of root mean square value. We substitute everything there. Observe, 1 by 2 pi with root we can take out, and inside the root we write V square d theta 0 to 2 pi V naught sin theta. Instead of omega t, I take theta d theta. For integration and writing purpose it is easier, that's why I am using theta instead of omega t. Finally, we write the limits in terms of angle only instead of time period. So we go for it now. 1 by root of 2 pi, observe here root, V naught square we can take out, but sin square theta 0 to 2 pi, sin square theta can be integrated as 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2, cos 2 theta by 2 integral with d theta. Now 1 by root of 2 pi, root of V naught square we can take out integral of 0 to 2 pi by 2 also, when we can take out 1 minus cos 2 theta d theta. Say if we go for the integration finally, we get it like this just also. Vrms equals 1 by root of 2 pi V naught square by 2. We can take V naught by root 2, and inside the root, if we integrate this, we get, or we do one step extra there, minus 0 to 2 pi cos 2 theta d theta. Observe here, integral of cos 2 theta 2 theta over cos 2 theta d theta over 0 to 2 pi is 0. Therefore, we can simply write 1 by 2 root of 2 pi V naught by root 2 into root of 0 to 2 pi d theta only, as this term becomes 0. We write as 0 to 2 pi cos 2 theta d theta is 0 over one full cycle. Therefore, we go for the proof now. 1 by root of 2 pi V naught by root 2. Observe here, integral of d theta is theta, 0 to 2 pi. We substitute everything now. So 1 by root of 2 pi V naught by root 2, and theta, it is 2 pi only because 2 pi minus 0. Root of 2 pi cancels there, V naught by root 2. This is the expression for RMS value of AC. So this is the derivation. It's not shown directly in the book, but it may be asked, or it will help you do such calculation for MCQs or something like that. With these basic things, we conclude this session here, and we take up some more things regarding the phase and AC circuits in the next session.